Gauteng's clinical forensic medical services are taking the fight against gender-based violence to Diepsloot in partnership with various stakeholders. They're running a campaign to educate residents on how to better protect women and children. The campaign also aims to highlight the plight of lesbians who are often victims of corrective rape. Well, to speak about this campaign, we're joined now by Mohau Makhosane from the Clinical Forensic Medical Services in the Department of Health here in Gauteng. Ntate Makhosane, thank you very much for your time. Particular reason why you chose Diepsloot? I know there are various areas that in Gauteng you've been focusing on, but currently this current campaign is focused on Diepsloot. Why?
Good morning, Dr. Dan, and good morning to all your viewers. Diepsloot, as you might know, has been identified as one of the hotspots for GBV in the country. Secondly is that Diepsloot is a growing community of more than 350,000 residents. Now, Diepsloot is also characterized by a high unemployment rate, as well as having a large informal settlement within Diepsloot. And we have identified Diepsloot also because of the high incidence of domestic violence and sexual violence within that community. For the last financial year, we had recorded cases of about 69 sexual offense cases and over 80 domestic violence cases. But we need to note that these are only those cases that have physical sequelae that report to our facilities. The other three forms of gender-based violence, that is your financial or economic violence, your psychological violence, and verbal violence, have got mental health or psychological sequelae, and survivors thereof will mainly present at our mainstream facilities because they'll be suffering from mental health conditions and therefore may not be identified as victims of gender-based violence, even though the underlying cause of their condition that they are presenting with is gender-based violence related. So those are partly the reasons why we identified Diepsloot.
Very comprehensive response. Thank you very much, because it's beyond just being a hotspot. There are all those other challenges. What is the campaign all about? Surely it's not just about awareness. You are not there just to raise awareness, because the whole country is aware about the pandemic of GBV.
Yes, you are quite right. It's not just about raising awareness, but it's also around encouraging people to change behavior. But then over and above that, it was also, particularly for the Diepsloot community, it was also to inform them that we are in the process of establishing a CFMS, that is a Clinical Forensic Medical Services facility for the Diepsloot community to take care of survivors within their community. Currently, survivors there have to access health services either at Hillbrow or Alexander CFMS or Ntabiseng Tutuzela in Soweto, and those areas are quite far from the Diepsloot community, and that might also be the reason why so few people are reporting, even though one is too many, but there are many more who are not reporting because they do not have access to services.
Okay, so far, how has it been going to you? I mean, this coming Thursday, we are ending this year's 16 days of activism for no violence against women and children, but the fight against the GBV pandemic is a long one. It does not just confine itself to these 16 days. So what's been happening? What's the progress like? Are people attending whatever the campaigns? Are they getting that encouragement you're talking about and the understanding that we need to change our behavior?
Yes, indeed. We had a very good participation at the event that we hosted in the Diepsloot community last Thursday. And we had a cross-section of the population that was there. We had young children, we had your adolescents, we had adults, both male and female, attending this event. So the participation, even the GBV forum that exists within Diepsloot was part of this event, and they continue with this fight within the community, because remember, even though we are only commemorating 16 days during this period from the 25th of November until the 10th, however, the fight is a 365-day fight.
So what's next now in terms of your campaign in Diepsloot? You're going to be carrying it on over what kind of period into the future?
We're going to be carrying it on every day. But we are looking at launching the facility by next June, which will then be during Youth Month, the facility in Diepsloot. However, the campaign is continuing on a daily basis, and we're looking at taking other services there as well. That is like during the STI months in February, we're also looking at continuing to create awareness within that community.
Thank you very much. Ntate Mohau Makhosane, we wish you all the best with that campaign and good luck with that facility that you'll be setting up. Of course, he's talking on behalf of Gauteng's Health Department's Clinical Forensic Medical Services on that very important campaign that they're doing in one of the hotspots of GBV in our country, that's in the township of Diepsloot.